Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Can you hear us well?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
But it's a bit low. Could you please get closer to the mic, maybe? That would be perfect. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you for joining this Wabel talabat Timart Summit today. I'll be presenting you the team that will take you through this presentation. So I'm the commercial head of Timart UAE. My name is Brice Arnaud.
Hi, my name is Bhuvanesh. I handle the non-food categories for Timart UAE.
Hi, I'm Jack, heading FMCG.
Hi, this is Neeraj Singh here. I'm taking care of the groceries and staples on Timart.
Okay, so I'll take you through first what is today's schedule. So there will be a session of question and answer at the end of this session. So I'll take you through technically what is talabat and who's Timart, what is Timart capabilities, reach and go to market in UAE, but also in the Gulf. And after, what are the regulation of UAE and GCC in general for product compliance, to help you understand what are the documents needed and what are the specific adaptation to label for go-to-market in this region. So first, you have to note that talabat Timart is part of Delivery Hero Group. That's one of the largest food delivery platform in the world and operates in more than 70 countries. So they operate under different names. So they are present, I'm sure that the Turkish team knows already the platform in Turkey that operates under a different name, but it's Foodpanda in Asia, it's Glovo in Spain, it's talabat in the Gulf countries. It's, I forgot the name, but there's South America as well. So we operate under a lot of different entities, but all under the umbrella of Delivery Hero, and we serve more than 2.2 billion population across the world. Talabat was created in 2004 in Kuwait and was purchased in 2019 by Delivery Hero. And this is where we've started also the quick commerce. So at first it was a food delivery platform that was basically regrouping restaurants for home delivery. So McDonald's, Starbucks, I mean, name it, all those restaurants were on the platform. And because of the pandemic, there was an acceleration in the quick commerce area, and Delivery Hero and talabat thought that it was the right time to launch it in UAE and GCC. So we operate now with more than 150 stores across the Gulf countries. We have also food partner, but also pharmacy, bakery, national retail chain. It's more than 1 million orders per day across the Gulf, and UAE has more than 1 million orders per month. We are the best in class when it comes to digital experience, because operating in so many countries means that we can benchmark and use the best practices around the world to improve the app technical aspects, but also the assortment and the assets that are shown on the app. Talabat Mart is the largest operating quick commerce in UAE and probably around the Gulf, the largest in Egypt, the largest in Kuwait, but I'll go to this point later on. So we deliver today in 20 minutes. We have more than 10,000 SKU in UAE. The order reliability is more than 99% because we don't need order modification because we work on live inventory. So whatever you see on the app is available in the store, and we serve customer 24/7. We have had a massive growth post-pandemic, but we have continued having such a growth for the past few years. It's probably because of a conversion of customer habits who are moving from brick and mortar to online purchase. So we're in the only channel in UAE that's growing. So retail modern trade is really shrinking in this part of the world, but e-commerce is the platform that's growing, and we are the channel is growing double-digit year-on-year, and we also growing faster than the acceleration of the channel itself. So for a 3-year-old company, we're already more than 24% market share quick commerce in UAE. So in GCC, we operate in 8 countries. We have more than 20 million sessions a month, 150 dark stores, and more than 10,000 shops on the platform. And this is for quick commerce, but we have also restaurant, and quick commerce is only about 10% of the total activity. In UAE, we have 33 dark stores. We have 3.1 million sessions a month. We have 1.4 million orders a month, and we have 24% market share e-commerce. E-commerce includes a panel, and this is Nielsen data, as Amazon, Carrefour, Lulu, Spinneys, Nesto, Co-ops, and Mom's World. So basically, the most prominent retailers in UAE are present in this panel. And after only 4 years of existence, we are more than 24% market share. How the customer shop, we have a high retention and frequency. So we have 25% of the customer who order more than 5 orders a month. So it's a higher frequency than what you could find on convenience shops. We have more than 45% ad conversion rate. So whenever we communicate through the app, the conversion that trigger purchase is extremely high, and a lot higher than what you will find on Amazon or other platforms. More than 20% of the customer buy fruit and veg, and more than 60% growth on the app means that using asset and visibility on the app trigger purchase. And lend to conversion. Conversion means a customer that comes on the app and trigger a purchase. We offer also retail media solution, and I'll let Jacqueline maybe present them.
Okay, so for the retail data solution, so this is a quick commerce, and and it's online, right? So we have the same as the brick and mortar. We have some visibility that we can say. So for example, for the data insights, so we can share the data insights with you. We can provide the sales performance, the availability, the customer data, and competition and market. And also when it comes with advertising or the visibility of the products, so we have the click CPC product ads, banners, and merchandising, as well as the campaign visibility. So it means that if you're going to go through the application, so if you want to have like exclusive activation, you can use our banners, you can use our product ads, and yeah, and different types of merchandisings that we have. And also we can have, especially for the import items, maybe if you are interested to help us to, to highlight your products that you have, so we can do the target sampling. Then we can target brand and item voucher as well, and performance marketing and the virtual bundling. So we can even share with you all the details on this, because it's a bit, complex when it comes with the e-commerce. Okay, and as well for especially for advertising, if you want to, most of the time import items, we don't have any support from the supplier like you. But if you wanted really to highlight your brand, or to create the brand here in UAE, I think this is the best thing that we can have. You can highlight your products using our banners and other merchandising. So these are the retail media solutions in our platforms. We have platform campaigns, we have CRM, performance marketing, we can do the target sampling, banner and merchandising. And yeah, this will help us for the brand awareness and also conversion with our customers.
Okay, so the data and insight, when a registered supplier, we can share with you data, and data will be not only your sales, but the performance of your product within their respective category. So I think it's a unique way of knowing what is the performance when you find somebody who can buy your product abroad, but get also some insight on what are their performance. Jacqueline spoke about the assets that we have on the app, the content and the quality of the pictures, maybe the quality of the branded design you can help us create will help us set campaigns. And those campaigns can serve you also in other markets to show the performance of your product within a very mature market like UAE. So we can share data based on your sales, but also the count of customer, the evolution of customer your product are reaching. We can share also the performance of promotion that we run, and also the availability and all the supply chain related KPIs that we follow. So can help you probably launch also in other market with not only a catalog of the product you can offer, but also some performance when reaching a new market. Merchandising, as Jacqueline said, there is an overview of the asset that we have. So for example, today we have imported already many products for Wabel platform, and there are some product snacks we have imported from Greece. And the vendor has given us some design that we have used on the app for those campaigns, and they have been extremely successful because the quality of the content and the visual was supporting the expectation of this channel. Means that the customer will not see physical products, so they need to be guided and understand what are the specs of product, what are the culinary advantage, what are the benefits of certain product, whether they are organic or gluten-free or something else, what are their advantage versus another brand, and what are maybe the discount campaign we can run. But eventually this was very successful, and we share also those best practices with the supplier, who will probably use it for the reach of other market. So we are not only trying to create a relation that's very basic where we buy and try to have a deal where we buy product and sell in our market. We'll feed you also with some information about the performance of the product themselves. So we have a lot of assets you can see on the app itself. So it can be a banner, it can be product picture, it can be product featuring, it can be subcategory ranking. There's a lot of those assets that are essential for the product to succeed. And you can see here in the middle a product that is bread and cheese combo together. So that's a technicality that we have. And if we buy from any of you some specific product, we can link it also to national brand and get sales from the loyalty of certain products toward creating a loyalty to the product we have imported ourselves. Moving on, we can do target sampling also. So in case you can help us when we secure a deal and buy a container from your respective company, if you can help us giving a sample, we can target some customer here and give them a sample to trigger the next purchase. So it always helps. The better the performance, the better the cycle of ordering from us to you. So I think it's not only contractual in the sense that we try not to be a buyer, but we try to be a buyer that will come back also. And as well, I think the frequency is important. So we are not searching for a one-off, but we are searching for something that is sustainable in time, and trying to increase the frequency of purchase, though securing the launch of your product in our market is extremely important to us. Then how to reach market, I will let Niraj speak about this. It's basically what is the adaptation needed for the product to be able to be cleared in UAE. And you can consider that most of the Council countries will follow the same accreditation or the same standards. So what is valid for UAE will be valid exactly the same for Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, Jordan, Saudi, even if Saudi is not part of talabat, but part of Foodpanda, Hunger Station, sorry, but they're still part of the group. So the specification and reach to market will be exactly the same.
Yeah, hi. So just a bit of info. I'd like to just elaborate a bit on how we can get the products in case, like, as we know, like most of the items will probably be an import to Dubai. So here the basic thing is, first and the foremost thing is, if you can look at the prerequisites. So it's always a good thing when you are backed up with these certifications like IFS, BRC, ISO. I mean, this makes it very, these validate the products, and it is like any retailer here, they takes and consider this product to be of a greater quality as far as, like when they are backed up with these certifications. Now, I'll just in brief, I'll tell you like how exactly is. So whenever you have, there are certain requirements we have when we get the products imported to UAE. First and the foremost thing is, of course, your product should be eligible to to be placed in any of the retailers. So retailer usually look for the certification. Second thing is, we have to look for certain, like it depends on the items we want to get into. So first and the foremost thing is, we have to make sure that these products are listed and they are registered with the municipality of UAE here. That is the first requisite, So after that registration, now the registration, it depends which kind of a product it is, right? Because municipality of Abu Dhabi for UAE, they are pretty strict when it comes to, allowing any products from outside country to enter these countries. So we have to have certain certification. So let's say in case if you have a organic product, you have to have an organic certification. If you have a halal product, let's say meat or something, or anything which could possibly a mix of meat, then you need to have an halal certification. So once these requirements are fulfilled, the municipality get your products registered, and then you are easy, then it's easy for you to move to any of the countries. I believe more or less all GCC has the similar kind of requirement. Now, when it comes to a documentation, now the shipping part, I'll tell you. So once your prerequisites like registration and all that certifications are done, your third stage comes is when you're about to ship the products to any retailer in UAE, where there are certain basic documents. If you look at the if you look at the presentation, we have certain documents requirement. That is your halal certificate. That is required only if you are trying to get a product which can have a possibility of being halal or non-halal. Second is your certificate of origin. This is a mandatory requirement for any product you want to bring it to UAE. Third is your health certificate. That is again, it's something a mandatory. So the government basically looks for 4 major documents, which is your certificate of origin, health certificate, your packing list, and invoice list. These are 4 major requisites which you need to have it when you want to export the product to any countries. So similarly here in UAE. So once these are done, on top of that, yes, if you have halal, you will have halal, and if you have organic, you will have organic certificate. Now, once that part is done, we have to, because most of the products needs to have an Arabic translation. There are some exceptions where we have to have English as well. Okay, but generally it's good because we have both different kind of consumers, like one is English and Arabic. So here it is mandatory by the government to make sure that you have a proper Arabic label adaptations here. So if you look at the product, it means we need to have, there are certain companies, they make sure that they make it a part of a packing if it's Arabic. Some companies, in case if they cannot, they just try to make sure they just put a small sticker. And if you look at the label adaptation, these are general information which needs to be inked there. Like all products need to be multilingual, means English and Arabic. We can, these things. Now there we can, as a talabat, we can help you out in case if you have any issues in terms of Arabic translation and all that. You can always rely on us. We will try and translate it, and we can advise you. You can just simply print it out and put a sticker on the product, and it's good for us. So that is there. So in general, in a nutshell, I'll tell you. So these are the basic requisites where we need to have it in case we want to export products to UAE. So your certifications, your documentations, your label adaptation, your municipality approval, and that's it. You're good to go with the shipment to UAE. Okay, again, so I'll just, so this is a bit more in details when it comes to the import requisites for UAE. So if you look at it, so product sheet specs with description and composition, both in English, as I said, that is your label adaptation. Label adaptation, we have to be very careful when it comes to, like it has to, basically label adaptation means whatever, generally whenever you see a product, your product has full information in terms of ingredients, your nutrition value and all that. If all these can be adapted to, if you can look at the pictures aside. Yeah, so, okay. So, I mean, okay. So these informations on the product itself, I mean, it helps you to get a municipality registration done as quickly as possible. We'll take you through it and we will guide you on that. And I guess we can help them out also.
Yeah, but basically for us to process the custom registration in UAE, we need a product sheet for food that regroup all those information that we can share with you later on. I think that Milad can share this. So the product sheet is a complete product sheet by product where we show the item description in English and Arabic. We can help on the Arabic translation or we can correct it if needed. We need the shelf life from production, the HS code, the barcode, the nutritional value, the net and gross weight, the logistic information, country of origin, the allergen, if any. So those will be used for the product registration with customs. And when this is done, the clearance of product in the port will be extremely fast. So for food, it's kind of simple. For non-food, it's a bit more complex and we need some specific document that Bhuvnesh in charge of non-food will describe now.
Good afternoon, guys. So non-food, apart from the documentation which Neeraj had explained, so for non-food, we will be needing a test report from a recognized laboratory according to the Gulf standard UAE GSO 1943. And we will be also be needing a formula declaration with all the ingredients, percentages, which is being used by the manufacturers. And for we need the free sale certificate also on the manufacturer letterhead and the distributor agreement, that is an agreement between both the parties, between talabat and the supplier, and GMP compliances. And all the artwork and labels, the labels should be both in Arabic and in English, and in English. So these are the additional documents which we'll be needing for when it comes to non-food. And we'll be needing the samples for it also.
Yes, so ideally what happens is like first and the foremost step is that we need to have a sample here. Yeah. In case if you can, because I know there are a lot of agencies are there which working, I mean, in your countries who can get these things registered. In case you can't, then you have to send the samples to us. Once we receive the samples, these are the prerequisite informations which we need, like high resolution images of your product, both side and front side, together with your product specification sheet. Once we receive that, we can apply for it and then we can get it registered. So it's as simple as that. Okay, so there are certain ingredients which are not allowed here, as you can see it in the chart. These are some preservatives which are banned in UAE. It might be allowed in other countries. Most of the countries it does, but for here, for some specific reason, they don't allow this strictly. So in case if any of your product has these ingredients, it has to be removed or replaced with a different kind of a preservative immediately, because if any of these preservatives are found on the product, there is no way you can get that product listed. Second thing is anything with pork and all its derivatives, whether it is pork jelly or whatever it is, pork is strictly no to these countries. Even alcohol, even in residue values or as an ingredient, as of wine vinegar, wine sauce, red wine salad dressing, is a complete no to this country. Non-halal protein, even in powder as flavoring, and gelatin must be specified, like it's a veg gelatin or it's a beef gelatin. So it has to be specified on the product. So in general, these are the, these are the products which you need to be, keep your products away from it in case if you want to export it to UAE.
This list will be common to all Gulf countries. So basically, if you're compliant in UAE, we'll have easy access to other market in the Gulf region. So I think that's a wrap up. It was fast, but in reality, it's more of you understanding who we are and what we're trying to have. So it's difficult to say what product we're interested in, because in reality, we are more interested in looking at opportunities. So there's a mix of private label possibility, but also go to market with your own brand. For now, your own brand could possibly be the easiest way for us to trigger orders. So we're interested in food, in non-food, in baby food, in snacking, in beverages. There's not one specific category we're targeting. In reality, it's we'll study every request we receive from you guys, and we'll tell you quickly if there is a potential with us or not. But basically, we want to have we want to look at opportunities. So don't be shy in sending. Us receiving a catalog is only a few minutes away from you getting an answer, yes or no, we're interested, or it's a category we prioritize or not. But I don't have a specific category in mind. Today, we feel that there's a lot of opportunity and we don't know what we don't know. So we'd better look at every possibility or every opportunity you can probably raise, and we look at that. If you want to meet us, we'll be present in the Wabel exhibition in Istanbul. So for the whole week, you see, we have not selected a specific category. We'll be there for the whole week on the home and personal care, but also food, chilled, grocery. We are importing today from many vendors that are registered on the platform of Wabel, from cheese to groceries, from snacking to culinary and canned veg and canned food. So in reality, it's not only a specific category, but all FMCG in general. We'll be present in the Dubai Summit as well, and we'll be happy to meet you whenever you're coming, or whenever you want to send us through Wabel a contact request. We'll be happy to look at the opportunity of the product that you guys are producing. I think that it was fast, and I think there's not much to say. We'll share some of these slides so you can have an idea on how to penetrate this market, and we'll answer all your questions now. It's probably time if you want, or if any of you have some questions.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Hello. It's my name is Mark.
Yes.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
I have just we are a leading Swiss white label producer, working already for private label producing in GCC for all the leading majors in pharmaceuticals, in pharmacies, but also in retail. I have one specific question. You said in your presentation that the specs needs to be in English and Arabic, and I was a little bit surprised because all our registration that we give to Dubai municipality or to Ministry of Health is always only in English. This would be the first time we do it in Arabic. Is this from your side?
No, the document itself has to be raised in English, but the ingredients have to be translated in Arabic. So for us to submit a registration, we can help on the translation if you cannot do, for example, but it is something that it's quite simple. So the whole document doesn't have to be bilingual, so it's raised in English, but the ingredients themselves have to be in Arabic as well. Yeah. So it's only the ingredients. So for example, if you have some the product specs as of the ingredient of fat or sugar or something like this, or maybe the benefit when it comes to English is enough. Yes.
Yeah. But we have it already on the product in Arabic translation regarding the.
But you know, there's a lot of exporters from Europe who are not yet in this part of the world, and for them, sometimes Arabic is a challenge, and sometimes the Arabic translation done in Europe are not really accurate, because the Arabic spoken there is spoken in Europe is not the literal Arabic that is used in Gulf countries. So whenever you have a translation, before printing anything, we can check it locally, correct it, and send it back to you in case it's necessary. There's no issue on that.
We even have problems in regionally. So we have a supporting team in Dubai, and sometimes they do translation. And then when we go to Riyadh or to Jeddah, they say, it's wrongly.
Yeah, it happens because it's very often the people who translate in Europe are coming from North Africa, and the Arabic spoken there is not the same than the one spoken in the Gulf, or the way of writing it. So whenever you have an Arabic, we can correct it, and whenever you don't have, we can help on the translation. That's not a very big deal.
Okay, very good. I will come back to you because I think we have a lot of opportunity.
Yeah, great. Sean, you have a question?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, my name is
Sorry.
Claire. Good morning to everyone.
Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry. Okay. We are a French producer for frozen goods, and I was wondering if you do deliver only retail partners, or also do you do food service?
Yeah. So in UAE, we are only we are a retailer. So basically, we can sell your product if we import them ourselves. But in case we import and you need maybe reach or go to market for food service, we have also dark kitchen as part of the group. So this is something we can link you with. But at the same time, if ever we are partner on retail and you still search for a distribution service, we can probably help you find somebody. Or in case you find a distributor in UAE for a certain channel, we can give you some feedback on the credibility, or I don't know, the respectability of the partner we engage with, because we understand that sometimes it's when you're abroad, it's very difficult to find information about a potential partner, and you may lock yourself in a deal with the wrong distributor. So like every country, you know, in UAE, there's a lot of unprofessional company, and because we work with a lot of them, we can tell you how good they are in distribution in this country. So we are more interested in retail and retail part, but we can help you with information on the food service as well.
Well, we do both, actually. We do currently deliver supermarkets in France and some in other countries over there. So that was just to make sure that maybe we have two legs to walk on. All right. Well, thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
Merci.
One more question. Will you share the slides of the presentation?
The slide are already with Milad, so Milad will know this and can share with any of you. That's not a big deal. If you guys have questions also on the adaptation of products, or how to adapt the label, or what is required, any technical question, we'd be happy to help in any way we can.
Okay, merci beaucoup.
Merci. Any other question?
Well, I have another question then. I was just wondering, Claire, Atlantic Alimentaire again, would the importer take care of the registration of the product to the municipality, or do we take care of this as a supplier?
No, we can take care of the registration, but for us to be able to do so, we just need the product sheet as they are presented in the document. So product sheet, I'm sure when you produce, you have them ready. You show then, the barcode, the ingredients, the logistic information, the country of origin. So one product sheet is a document that we upload in a system that customs in. And once done, we get a confirmation that this item has the right HF code and can be imported. So then it's registered. So we are allowed to import it. But once registered, anybody else can import it as well, because the registration is once for all. So we are always searching for exclusivity, but at the same time, exclusivity doesn't have to last forever. So once we are an official importer for you, and you find a distributor in this market, then it's good for you, and we'll be happy to continue this relationship. But eventually, the registration is a once for all. So as long as this item will exist with the same barcode, anybody else can import it as well.
Okay, all right. Okay, merci.
One short question. You are also distributing OTC products, which are registered by Ministry of Health?
We sell OTC products, so we sell OTCP, so the one that are allowed to sell in retail stores and not pharmacies, because there is OTC sold in pharmacy, that's a different list. Okay. So yes, we're allowed to sell them, we're allowed to import them, but just bear in mind the registration of these products are extremely complex, and they go through a very specific cycle. But we can look at maybe the import of those items, but again, that's not an easy category.
Yeah, we know. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Well, I have another question then about frozen goods. Do you already work and import frozen goods?
Sorry?
Do you already import and distribute frozen goods?
Yes, we do. Yeah. We sell frozen. Frozen is a very big category for us. Okay. You imagine that being a quick commerce company, the fresh food and frozen food in general is a very high demand for us. So the penetration of this category are extremely high. The only complexity is that if you sell ready meals, for example, you need to make sure that there's no, if there's, for example, chicken broth added to a product, it needs to come with a halal certification. But if we are speaking about fruit and veg, ice cream, those are very easy products to import. And yes, we're interested, obviously, yes.
All right, okay. Merci.
Oh, yeah, so if, yes, sorry.
Hi, Brice, it's Khaled from Wabel. Thanks for everything. We just have a question from Julia. She wrote on the chat. Could it be there any demand in fish products like spreads, cod liver, and dry and wet fish pet food?
By all means, yes. So please, you can share any catalog you may have. So pet food is a category that we sell extremely well. Fish product in general, whether dry, frozen, or fresh, are a very good category as well. So yeah, all those categories are interesting for us. There's another question from Sean on the pet food category, so the answer will be the same. Yes, this is a category we sell extremely well. So from dry to wet food, also reward for pets and as well as accessories and cat litter. So cat is a category that's very dominant in this country. There's a lot more cat than dogs. So basically the category split is 80% cats, 20% dog. But cat is a very high demand and very high velocity category.
I think we have another question.
Yeah.
What about nuts products?
Yes. So nuts. Yeah. Go ahead.
Nice.
So nuts, we're interested in raw nuts or flavored and processed nuts in general, or snacks that are made with nuts in general. The only thing we are searching for is that we don't buy loose bags, so we are not interested in the 40 kg, 50 kg that are more for repacking or loose sales. Being a retailer online, we sell ready to buy product, barcoded. So if these products qualify, yes, we're interested.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I might have skipped some of the presentation, but I wanted to ask you, what about like tahini-based products, which means hummus in glass jars, baba ghanoush in glass jars, pomegranate melasse, everything related to a high-end Mediterranean, not middle or like in a high-end distributed at Gourmet Lafayette and at the Grande Épicerie. So
Yeah.
is this of any interest?
Yes, it is. So we being a retailer online, we have more than 10,000 SKU today that we distribute across UAE. So we have basic tahini, for example, and we have basic hummus in can, but we are searching for also more premium products. So depending on the country of origin, yes, I think this can be interesting. So don't hesitate in sharing with us your catalog. We'll have a look at it. Help us in telling us, for example, where those products are retailed today and where they are manufactured.
Yes, sure.
And but yes, you know, UAE, maybe it's something that not all of you know, but basically 80% of the population in UAE is expats from the region, expats from Europe, expats from Asia. So there's the population is so mixed that we are all really used to seeing product coming from all across the world. So we have, you know, some of those specialty coming from Syria, from Lebanon, from Jordan, from Saudi. So there's a place, I think, for all of those recipes, because they are all different from every country of origin they are manufactured. So yes, there's an interest in those items.
Oui.
The only thing will be if it is extremely premium, then we are not speaking about a mass market, and then the potential is exists, but is a bit more limited than when we're speaking about a mass market product and price. But yes, there is an interest.
Okay, thank you. Can you share again your email address, please?
I think Milad from Wabel or Wabel team will share, I think, one generic email address for all of us, and we'll answer all your requests.
Okay, great.
But if you're joining Wabel activity, I mean, the summit in Istanbul will be there, so you can book a meeting with us. Or if you're joining the summit in Dubai, I think it's in September, October, we'll be present as well, and we'll be happy to meet you and discuss this opportunity.
Great. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you. Merci.
Please, there is one last question written from George. The question is, we are coffee roasters. We roast all kind of coffees, organic as well. Is there any demand in our products?
Yeah, there is a demand. So again, it's a question of origin of product, what type of coffee, is it capsule, if it's roasted, is it beans? So, you can always share a catalog, and we're happy to look at these opportunities. And I think that if there's no more question, I just want to add that today we're speaking about UAE, but you understand that we are present in 8 countries in GCC. So basically, a success in UAE is something that will be duplicated in other countries. So today there's I think 6 or 8 vendor manufacturer that we're dealing with already from that supplier that we found on Wabel. And basically those supplier pricing and product sales performance in UAE have been shared also to other countries where talabat is present. And all of those countries will study the possibility of onboarding also those suppliers, because we're trying to make a success global. So whenever we're present and the product sells well, this is something we try to duplicate.
Okay, thank you so much, Brice, and for the whole team of Talabat. I think if we don't have any questions, I would like to wrap up quickly by thanking you again.
Thank you.
I think we have a question from Kate. Go ahead, Kate. Kate, if your mic is not working for any reason, you can type in the chat, in the Q&A or the chat. I can read it out loud. Okay, in this case, again, thank you so much, Brice, and the whole team of Talabat. And for all the suppliers attending, just wanted to give you the message that, again, as Brice kindly mentioned, they will be present in our Istanbul summit taking place in 1 month from now, and in our Dubai summit taking place around the end of November. So we will send one email to all the suppliers who attended, and you can get back to us if you're interested in joining these summits and meeting Talabat face-to-face. And you're going to have a special discount, 20% for joining Istanbul, like late registrations, and for Dubai as an early bird. So you can just simply reply to our email that we'll send to you after the webinar, and we can take it from there. So thank you again so much.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
You too.
So